have to simplify this indicial expression. So how do we simplify this? Now you see what comes to mind is laws of indices. How will I apply law of indices to solve this? Brilliantly. All right, now let's look at it. Now I'm going to be applying this law of multiplication. If I have 3 raised to the power of, or let me generalize it, x raised to the power of m times x raised to the power of n. The result is x raised to the power of m plus n. Okay? Alright. So look at this term there. 3 raised to the power of x plus 2. I can express this as 3 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of 2. I hope you understand that, because the base is the same thing. So now once you add the powers together, you have this. Now let's look at the second term. Now the second term, 3 raised to the power of x plus 1 can be expressed as 3 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of 1. Okay, I want to believe you understand that. So now, since we know this, we hold. So this expression here, we turn to, the expression here turns to 3 raised to the power of x times 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 raised to the power of x, okay, times 3 raised to the power of 1. Everything all over 3 raised to the power of x. I hope you understand that. Okay, so now look at these two terms. This is the first term and the second term. So what's going to be the GCD? I want you to drop the answer in the comment section, because I want this class to be interactive. So now looking at these two terms now, what do you think is going to be the GCD of these two terms? Now I'm asking for the common factor. Okay, so is there anyone dropping the answer there? So what's going to be the GCD of the numerator? So what's the GCD of the numerator? Anyone? Right? What's the GCD of the numerator? Okay, so I'm asking for the common term. Common term, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you are welcome, technology, okay, you're welcome. All right. Okay. Anyone? Okay, so yeah. Okay, I don't know. So if you drop your answer, let's see, maybe it's the same thing what we're going to have here. Now the GCD is 3 raised to the power of x. It's 3 raised to the power of x. That's the GCD. Is common to these two terms. Alright? So you can factor out this. So we have 3 raised to the power of x. Okay, so when you divide this by 3 raised to the power of x, if you cancel this out, so we'll be left with what? 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 raised to the power of 1. Everything all over 3 raised to the power of x. Okay, can you see that now? So you have factored out the GCD. Alright, so now this will cancel this. So this cancel this. So what we are left with now is 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 raised to the power of 1. And that's the same thing as what? 9 plus 3. Plus 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so, and the final answer is what? 12. That is the answer to the problem.